Hello, it's Tristan here again from ZebraInvest, and today I want to go through a fantastic way that you can find motivated sellers who might be open to creative deal structures. So what do I mean by creative deal structures? So that's going to be something where you might be able to find exchanges with delayed completions. You might be able to use, say, a lease option so you can control the property, refurbish it, and then sell it on. Or, you might even just be able to put an option in place because you can sell the property at the full market value somewhere else, or you could possibly even source and pass these deals on. So I'm going to run through 5 things on Property Data today that will be able to help you find these deals in a way that you usually wouldn't be able to find them when you're just going through Rightmove, Zoopla, or on the market on your own. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at a way that we can find struggling vendors using the sourcing system on Property Data. And then what we're going to do, and you can see it at number 5, is we're going to use an intersect function. And the idea here is that's going to help us find properties where they're maybe sticking on the market, they've been on the market for a long time, and then we can then mix that data, so stuff that's sticking around, with ones where they've fallen through, or possibly where they've already reduced their price by thousands of pounds to try and get deals in. As you know, if you've looked at any of my other videos about property data, I am running a YouTube or I'm running a video series at the moment. So if you'd like to sign up to the email list for that to explain what's going on, how to find deals that you can actually do yourself, then I'll give you a link to that. And then you might actually be able to get a discount code as well for signing up to Property Data to get a 14-day free trial. So I'm going to hop on into Property Data. Here you go, you can see the website here. And what we're going to do is just go straight to log in. Personally, and I would have said before, I have what's called a max plan, and a max plan allows you to search as many times as you like in a month, and to have as many different areas and search areas as you like. The first thing that will happen when you log in is you'll end up on this local areas page. It's like your saved data, the areas that you've set up. You can create new areas and goldmine areas, but I've created a separate YouTube video to explain how you can set up your own goldmine area and even find one around the country. But what we're going to do today is I'm just going to say, look at Norwich, which is my local area. And when we click on actions, you can then click source properties. So, and then here what you can do is select different types of property that you want to go through. This is one way of getting to it. Or you can go into the sourcing section at the top of the page. I'll show you both, but this is one way you would just simply select what you're looking for. So first thing, if we're looking for someone who wants to do something creative, the best thing to do is go for something that's chain free. The reason I say chain free is that means chances are it's going to maybe be a landlord who's looking to sell their property. There's no onward chain, they're not looking to buy anything else, or a sale needed to be able to knock onto another property. And that could also be where there's, say, a probate property, so where someone's unfortunately passed away and they don't need to have that property full. So we're just going to search that, and that's going to come up with all the chain free properties in my drawn area. So here you go, you can see just at the top here it says there's 494 matching properties in my saved area. You can see, look, there's quite a few all coming up here. So that's great. We've got loads of properties where we might be able to go off and speak with them and possibly do a deal. But what we want to do this time is we want to be able to filter this and make it a little bit more interesting. So what you've got here on the filter section is you've got grid, tables, maps, so you can put that all over the city if you want to. And by filters, if you only wanted to turn around and say, for example, have a property that isn't for sale, so we only want stuff where it isn't for sale, we could apply that, isn't sold subject to contract, then that means everything on here is now stuff that's worth taking a look at. The next thing we can do is intersect. So what I was saying here was we're finding vendors, and this way I've gone and found vendors where they have chain free, and now what we want to do is mix those chain free properties with properties that are only on the market for a long time. So by clicking that intersect button, we can make sure that we find properties where they're both chain free and they're also slow to sell on the market. So this means, you can see, look, it's come up with 4 matching properties, 232 days on market, 378 days, and well, that's saying 24, so that may have had a sale fall through on it before. But the reason being is, as you'll see here, it'll open up, And this says it's been on the market since 2018. The price has been reduced by 6% since the first asking price. And then you could then take a look at it and see why it might be of interest. And this could be something where, because it's chain free and it's been on the market for quite a long time, the vendor might now be open to a lease option. So you might be able to work out their full property address, send them a letter in the post, or if you give William H. Brown a call, you can book in a viewing, go take a look round and see if there's something worth doing there. And again, the same principle works here for, say, this one on Chapelfield Grove. Again, 2-bedroom flat. It's been on the market since September 2019. It's 2 price reductions, which suggest they're a little bit more motivated. And you can just see by the blue carpets and whatever else, it's not the most attractive flat in the world. But there you go, it's almost been on a year. Starts at 170, 160, 150 now. And then it's also giving a little bit more detail as to what's going on. You can also find out how much other properties have sold for in the area, and that can give you a good idea for how much you should actually be paying for it. But again, this could be quite a good one where it's chain free and it's been on the market for a long time, so they might be open to a lease option. So now we've done that, and I've shown you how we can intersect there. You can see the button here that says clear, and by clicking clear, we're just going to head back to all the chain-free properties. So this time, again, so I'm just going back to my little list, you can see that we've got properties that have been sticking on the market. Now, what we could do is intersect with properties where the sales have fallen through. And so again, you're finding out 2 reasons why someone's motivated to sell. So here we go, back on market means that the property has come off and it's come back on, and these are chain-free. So look, as you go through, you can see these have only been just back on the market for a short amount of time. And these are properties possibly where the vendor now, we know they're going to be more motivated than where they were before, and they might be willing to do a deal. And you get the gist, but I'll open up, say, I don't know, say this one in Lakenham. Look, you can even see it appears to be listed twice. Abbott Fox, £135,000, 399 square foot. So that's actually quite a small flat for Norwich. There we go, opening up Zoopla. Hopefully this all works first time. We can see it's actually quite a nice flat. Looks like it's in reasonable condition. That's almost ready to rent out straight away. And it's quite funny here where they've got £135,000 and they previously had it guided below. So they've obviously had that property priced at less before. And then you can just see how big that property is there. But that could be another good way. You can see that the property is now actually sitting empty. And so that could be a really good one for where they might be motivated to do something more of a creative sale on there. And then again, by the looks of things, we're getting quite nice quality flats here that are already in good condition. Let's have a quick look at this one. Earlham West Centre. See, this is just above a couple of shops, and again, it's just sitting empty. It looks like it's in okay condition. I mean, the carpets all look fairly up to date. Bathroom could definitely do with a refresh, but this could be quite a nice little, say, lease option. Walking distance to the UEA and the hospital, which could be quite good for renting it out. And you can see here that's got a huge lounge, so that might even be an opportunity there to be able to turn this from, say, a 2-bedroom flat into maybe a 3-bedroom flat where you could possibly rent all the rooms out and make it into a mini HMO. But it could be quite a decent property there. And there might be a good little bit of uplift. And if there's only, on the other side of it, if it's only just come back on the market and it's previously had some reductions, you can see, well, this says it's only just been listed recently, but we know from PropertyData it's back on the market. Chain free is near the university. And so that's quite a good way to be able to spot some decent investment opportunities. And then the final one I'm going to show you is how you can look at the ones where they've been significantly reduced. And again, we're going to intersect again. So we're clicking filters, clearing those filters. And whilst I realise I'm doing this on my mobile phone, you can do the exact same intersect when you're on a desktop. But here we're going to go for price reduced. So hopefully this time we'll find a few where they've had chain free and they've been price reduced, and the price reduction has got to have been more than 15%. So for example, this property on Higham Grove, 290,000 bed, 3-bedroom terrace house. It's been reduced by 17%. Price reduced, it's chain free. And then look here, you can see the price is 350, 340, 325, now at 290. And that's a significant reduction. And so I imagine you've got quite a motivated seller here with a property that's just sitting empty. So that again could be quite a good deal to do something a little bit more creative. For example, with this one, you might even be able to, let's have a quick look. You might even be able to take a look at it and think, would this be a good assisted sale or something that I could, refurb the bathroom, improve the kitchen, and then would be able to help get that property sold a little bit quicker. So it's really just thinking a little bit more outside of the box to find some good investment opportunities. So, and as you can see, I'm jumping from page to page here, but that's a really good way to use the sourcing system to be able to find deals. And ones where landlords or vendors might be a little bit more open to a bit of a deal. The final thing that I did say I would show you, which I didn't show you, was how to possibly use the sourcing system in a different way. If you go to the drop down here, you can simply go to the source page. That just comes up with a list of all the different options that you can have here. And again, you can intersect any of these that you like. But say, for example, I don't know, let's go with a short lease. We'll go with a short lease property. And then what you can do is you can type in a postcode, and I'll just put in a postcode in southwest London. So I'm going to say that anything within 40 miles. So there we go. Now we have just used that in a different way. And what we've done is we put in a postcode in an area that you are looking to target. And we then just set up a search area around that. So we haven't set up a target area or a gold mine area like we had before, but we're literally blanket covering a market here. So this just means we're going to get every single property where we've got a short lease that has come up with it. And again, you could use your intersect function here. So you could do something like, for example, where that property is back on market. We don't seem to have any back on market there. Again, we could then intersect it with, say, for example, where we have had the price reduced. And I'm just trying to have a look for it now. Price reduced. And you see these are going to be deals where they've had the properties, the values, the prices reduced significantly. Restricted to a short lease, 17% from the original asking price. Oh, look, and it's a proper doer-upper as well, isn't it? But you can see here, what was it on? We're on for 300,000, come down to 290, 275, big drop to 250. Short lease of circa 40,000 years. You can get a look just by searching through the comparables to see roughly what you think it's going to be worth. So for a 1-bedroom flat, probably about 400,000, 390. Well, there you go, £380,000. This is on for 250. So there could be some fantastic profit margin sitting in there. But there you go. That explains exactly how you can go through the sourcing system and find some really good deals out there. I hope that helps. As I said, there is an email list that we're going to be setting up, so you can sign up to that to take a look through. Outside of that, for the time being, if you're thinking of signing up and using PropertyData, there's a fantastic link here that will give you 50% off your first month, and it'll give you a 14-day free trial. So that's not far off really getting effectively a month worth of PropertyData for free. So if you head over to the link there, which is cutt.ly/PropertyData, capital P, capital D, in your address bar, and enter the discount code ZEB, you'll be able to sign up and start finding those deals where you can find creative ways of structuring sales that are really going to be win-win, both for you and the vendor. I hope that's been fantastic and that's really helped, and I shall catch you soon.